Let us go through the thread class quickly. It has several methods. First, it has two constructor types, empty thread constructor and constructor that creates a thread for a specific task. Start method, is a live method, set priority method, join, sleep, yield, and interrupt methods. Start method starts the thread and that causes the run method to be invoked by Java virtual machine. Is alive tests whether thread is currently running or not. Set priority is ranging from 1 to 10 for this thread. You're setting priority into your threads. Join waits for this thread to finish. And others. Let us see them one by one. The static yield method. Yield method, you can use this method to temporarily release time for other threads. For example, it means that, for example, here we had two methods, printing characters and printing numbers. Now, they are running one after each. For example, give some part to thread 1, thread 2, and thread 3. Now, if you write here thread yield, it means that you are giving your priority to other every time. For example, every time when number is printed, thread is yield. So numbers are printed after characters. It means that you are giving your queue to other threads to be implemented. Let us write this into, for example, this part. Let us write here our thread. And if we write here our method, what we will have? If we will compile our program and run it, we can see such thing as after each time number is printed, it gives its turn to other thread to be implemented. This is how our yield method is working. Now, next one is sleep method. Sleep method, when you are writing using this sleep method, it stops implementation of your thread for some time. For example, in this part, if your number is greater than 15, make it sleep. Now let us try this one, and let us try this part of code in our program. Let us put it here and see, for example, not greater than 15. If it's less than 15, let our program sleep for 1 second. And here we have less than 100. And now let us compile our program. Variable can find symbol. What's the problem? Yeah, I have understood. Here we write this for loop, and we are closing our for loop. Now I think we will not have problem. Now look here, after each number it stops for a second before next thread is going, and it is till 50, I think. Let us make it when it's less than 10. It is still running. And after 15, everything going on more quicker than we wanted. Or for example, we have changed the conditions to print numbers till 10 and see it 2, 3. Can you see it is giving some time for each number, and after each number it is sleeping for some amount of time. Now next is joining. Join means what? You are implementing some thread and then you are joining some other thread to it, and then only the first thread will be implemented, or how to say, the join method is used to force one thread to wait for another thread to finish. And for example, when in our printing number method, if we close here the fourth thread that will print character C, after I becomes 15, thread 14, this one, will wait until our numbers will be printed. Let us try this one. Let us try this one. Here we are creating some thread for it will create new thread with a class print character. That will print some character C for 40 times, and after it what we will do, we will start our thread 4 that start. After it, what we will do, we will print our numbers here, and if our I is equal to and when our I will be equal to 15, we will join our thread 4 to our print number thread. If I is equal to 50, thread 4, we will join to our print number method. We will close our loop, close our try, and we will have our catch here. We will write one more closing brackets, and I think here we mustn't have problems. Now when we are running, look here, after our number becomes 15, only numbers are printed, but the letters C doesn't print it. They don't print. Or for example, let us change this. For example, till 10. Till 10, we will see the same thing, that after your number 10 is printed, you will not see letters C. Here, after 10, only numbers will be printed, but the letter C will not be printed. This is how our join method works. Next is alive, interrupt, and is interrupted method. Is alive method used to find out the state of our thread. It returns true or false. It returns true if a thread is in ready, blocked, or running state. But if your thread is new, or if it's not started, it returns false. Next method is interrupt. Interrupt methods interrupts a thread in the following way. If, for example, your thread is in ready or running state, it interrupts its interrupt flag is set. For example, you are interrupting your thread. If a thread is currently blocked, it is awakened and then enters the ready state, and then the interrupt exception is thrown. And is interrupt methods tests whether your thread is interrupted or not. Next is stop, suspend, and resume methods. The thread class also contains stop, suspend, and resume methods, but they are deprecated, outdated, because they're now using of them is not so unsafe, and you should assign null to thread variable instead of invoking this stop method. Also, here we can set the priority to our threads. Each thread is assigned a default priority, and you can reset the priority using set priority and write here some kind of integer. Also, we have some kind of constants, for example, here minimum priority, maximum priority, or normal priority. This is all about our thread priority part in this video.